very good morning, children, and welcome to the batch of 7th standard to 8th standard now. So, after having a long, relaxing lockdown holidays, I think you're very much curious to know about your subjects. Is it? So, today we are going to start a first lesson of our grammar part that is called subject and predicate. So, I hope children you know what is called subject and also what is predicate. But to have a synopsis and revise of subject and predicate, I shall explain you what is called subject and what is called predicate. You know, we have a sentence and every sentence has two parts. Each sentence is divided into two parts. That is, one is called subject and the next is called predicate. So what is subject? Subject is that somebody do. Subject has been taken from two parts. Sub, that is called somebody, and ject is called to do. So subject is derived from two words that is called sub, that is somebody, and ject, that is called do. So as I said, every sentence is divided into two parts that is called subject and predicate. Today we are going to learn how to separate a sentence into two parts and how to identify, how to pick out a subject and predicate from a sentence. So here, the part which names the person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence. For example, here, see. Your brother speaks English very well. So what I said, the part which has name of a person or thing we are speaking about is called subject. So what we are speaking about? We are speaking about your brother. So here we have separated a sentence into subject and predicate. So what is the subject here in the sentence? Your brother. Is it? So here, now see with the next example. She walks in the garden. So again, go back to the definition of the subject. What I said, what is subject? Subject is that which has name of a person or thing and what we are speaking about. So what we are speaking about? We are speaking about she. So she is the subject in the sentence. So now again, how to identify a subject in the sentence? So subject in the sentence can be in the form of action, it can be in the form of state. So action here, so the above sentence in the example is in the form of action. Your brother speaks, because the verb is in the form of action. And the subject can also be in a form of state. Okay, now we'll write down an example which a subject is in the form of state. Here see, she is my sister. So here the sentence here is in the form of state. So a subject can be identified in the form of action and also in the form of state. So here what is subject? Subject is she. And here subject always cannot be in the beginning of the sentence. It can be often can be after the predicate. So let us see the point here. Sometimes subject is used after the word, especially in poems. See here, the example I have given, climbed up the filthy boy. So what have you seen? So again, it is not necessary. The subject can always be at the beginning of the sentence. It can be after the verb. So here see the example here. So these special sentences are formed in the poems. So here example here, climbed up the filthy boy. So what have you seen here? The verb is here, climbed up, and here you find the subject, the filthy boy. So the subject can be also after a verb. Now go with the second example, jumped down pussy into the well. So here what you see verb in the beginning and then you find the subject after it. So subject can be also after a verb. And the next rule, how to find out the subject here. Subject can be when we are talking about an imperative sentence. So what is imperative sentence? Imperative sentence can be in the form of order, request. Okay. So here the subject is hidden. So see the example here. Please give me some money. So here what, to whom are you saying? You're telling to a second person. So here what is you? You is not mentioned here. You is hidden. So subject can be also found in imperative sentence. Now see the second example. The second example is in the form of order. Sit down. So you're ordering, you're commanding to the second person here. So here you is not mentioned, you is hidden. So subject can also be found in imperative sentence where the subject you is hidden. So I hope you understood, children, how to find out subject here. So here you have to remember two parts. Subject, how to identify the subject in imperative sentence, and how to find an subject when you have a verb at the beginning. So this is all about the subject and how to identify a subject in the sentence. So I have also explained subject can be formed in the form of action and also it can has a state. So see the first example, you sing a song for us. So the first example is in the form of action. So what is the action verb here? Sing. She is an honest lady. So this is in the form of state. It is showing what is the state of a lady? That she is an honest lady. So subject either does an action or has a state. The next, children, how to identify a predicate in the sentence. A predicate is a part of a sentence that tells us about the subject. What I said, what is how to identify a predicate? A predicate is a part of a sentence that tells us about the subject. So, what you have, every predicate has a finite verb. So, what is finite verb? A finite verb is that which is limited to the subject. Now, shall we go through the example? Now, see the example here. She walks in the garden. So, here, what I said, how to identify a predicate? A predicate is that which tells us about the subject. So what the subject is telling? That she walks in the garden. So a predicate has a finite verb. So walks in the garden is the predicate in the sentence. Now let us go through some exercise part. So here you have 10 sentences. Now you copy down these 10 sentences and pick out the subject and predicate from these sentences. Is it, children? So I hope you understood how to identify the subject and predicate in the sentence. So have a good day and go through these exercises.